On the event of the confrontation between the Honorable Minister of FCT, Honorable Nyesom Ezenwo-Wike, and a Nigeria naval officer, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, retired, who was the Nigerian Chief of Army Staff between the year 2015 down to the year 2021, has called on the Honorable Minister of FCT, Nyesom Ezenwo-Wike, to with immediate effect tender an unequivocal apology to Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, and also go further to tender a sincere apology to the naval officer whose honor was violated. According to this former Chief of Army Staff, he maintained that the confrontation between Nyesom Wike and this naval officer presents a clear threat to Nigerians' national security, and that with immediate effect, a corrective action must be implemented to avoid further future reckless occurrences. According to the General, Honorable Nyesom Wike's outrage yesterday at that very confrontation and public rebuke of a uniformed officer amounted to a reckless act, one of those rascalities that strikes at the core of Nigerians' command and control structures. He went further to categorically maintain that Nyesom Wike's action yesterday was a gross verbal assault on a uniformed military officer, which in turn he described as a profound indiscipline that strikes at the very foundation of our national security apparatus, and that Wike's action clearly undermines the authority of the federal government of Nigeria and goes further to disrespect the Commander-in-Chief of the Nigeria Federal Armed Forces, which is the President himself, and also wounds or discourages the morale of every Nigerian military officer who serves under the Nigerian flag. He therefore maintained that Honorable Nyesom Ezenwo-Wike must, as a matter of urgency, rise to make an unequivocal apology to the Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Armed Forces, which is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also tender an unreserved apology to the officer in question whose honor was violated. Nyesom Wike small, don't they enter problem for inside this country. The reason I say so is because everybody for this country knows say Wike like gra too much. Yes, Wike talks to people whichever way it pleases him. According to this retired Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, he maintained that the integrity of the Nigerian Armed Forces must be preserved without negotiation, and that integrity demands nothing less, such that our nation's security must come first. He further stretched that very issue, saying that it is time to make decisive decision. Nyesom Wike, time to make decisive decision and not playing politics. First of all, I never believed in this country that Nyesom Wike will, first of all, for any reason, take instructions from anybody, let alone a military officer. But Nyesom Wike has to call the Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, and then give the phone to the military officer who was stationed there for a purpose, on duty, on instructions by a 3-star general. Mona, watch the video first.
Okay, what do you mean, sir?
Hello, sir. Morning, sir. I'm fine, thank you, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Afternoon, sir. I'm Navy Lieutenant Jerima, sir. Security Officer to Vice Admiral for time. Yes, sir. So I'm here on the orders. Yes, I'm here on the orders of the admiral. Sir, we mobilized the site a couple of days ago, and then the engineer kept telling us that policemen are coming to embarrass them and harass them, and they've been coming to threaten them that they don't leave to strike them, to arrest them and all. And then he brought it to our attention. So as the security officer to the Vice Admiral, I was called, and then we acted. Sir, we are not doing anything illegal. We are here on the orders of the Vice Admiral. That's it. Ours is just to come and explain.
If you watch the last video I made yesterday, you will hear Nyesom Wike talk about impunity, intimidation, and whatever. I would want you to carefully watch this video so that make you see what Wike tell this traditional ruler in Rivers State. I think around 2020, between 2020 and 2023. Make una listen to what Wike tell the traditional ruler and what Nyesom Wike also was telling people in another video clip you're going to see shortly.
Stop clapping. You have been selfish. Don't stop clapping. It's not something to clap. It's something that should be done, which is the right thing. It's not because of you, because you won't be there forever. It's to protect the institution So don't clap because you are there now. So this year we're going to, it will be a serious year. Anybody, stop shaking your head because that's sacrifice for you. You should stop shaking your head. You are one of those who are causing problem. They gave you chieftaincy, a young boy, so you don't even know what to do with it. And then when I'm speaking, you're shaking your head like this. Oh, fake. Causing problem everywhere. You just go and wear something that's bigger than you. When somebody looking for power, you would think that an elderly person, very small young man, this one. I know when I was in school, he was running about, running around, going for errand. Now he's wearing Osman Danfodio. Then you begin to breach a protocol. He thinks that when he's shaking his head, that I will be happy. That's fake. You think if you do this, you think if you do this, you win anybody's sympathy?
No, sir.
I'm at this stage. So by the time you do this, you won't get whatever you want. Let's keep quiet. Somebody has spoken on your behalf. Let them tell you what to say.
All they want is another.
No, it's not against by doing this.
How will you do it? Can you tell them how, Governor? Your Excellency.
Well, the retired Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, has made the point very clear. You know what I mean? It was a gross display of rascality. Many Nigerians were very happy. And that very military naval officer is being celebrated everywhere. Even though the naval office, head office, has never mentioned the name of that military officer. I've tried to dig so deep to finding details about him when he joined, the Navy and all of that. But I couldn't get those facts and figures. But as a matter of fact, Nigerians are celebrating that very military officer who comported himself, giving it to Wike back to back with respect and honor, even though Nyesom Wike was verbally assaulting that naval officer. The same way he goes about talking to people in this country, believing that nothing will happen. Say Naimbi or Gakwatakwatakwa, Naimbi Egberi Papa of River State and all of that. It is pathetic, and today he's talking about impunity, rascality, inequality, and everything. The same measure he has been giving to people for many years now. He just collects more. If he hold himself. If he endure. But like I've always told people, the rascality you support today will come back to you someday to destroy you, to give you a payback, so that you have, a tip of the iceberg. You have a little bit feel of the pains people feel when you yourself, they dish out rascality or they support rascality they give people. It is pathetic. Like I said in that video yesterday, this kind of thing will only happen in Nigeria. Usually military are not supposed to be, like I said, seen anyhow. You know what I mean? But when they are stationed for a particular purpose, the office of the Federal Armed Forces must also be respected. You know what I mean? It must also be respected. That is what I said in my last video. That the military officer was not doing anything wrong. That he was delegated in that very property for a purpose to do a job. And he must do his job. Whether the FCT minister likes it or not. But Nyesom Wike was raining insult on the young man. Doing what he knows how to do. And today, a lot of military officers are calling for sanctions, that Wike should be disciplined, that he should tender an apology to Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he disrespected his office as the commander of the Nigerian Federal Armed Forces. And then also tender apology to the naval officer. Make us see whether Wike go apologize. We are still here on the internet space. Now here we park, we no go anywhere. But anyways, as always, I will allow you guys to be the judge. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video. Man, another person see. God bless you.